Okay, hi people. I'm very bored, so I'm going to do this challenge that I came up with myself. Now, my laptop only takes 10-minute videos, so my challenge for me is to try and take apart this laptop in 10 minutes. There's only a few things it needs. A wee flathead screwdriver for prying, crosshead for taking it apart. If you've got a newer laptop, you may need Torx and something to put the screws in. Also, good investment, earth strap. Stop you frying more expensive laptops. This thing's way past its prime, that's why I'm taking it apart. And I think that's all I can think of, so yeah, let's go. First move, you're going to want to take out your CG drive, which is this screw here. CG drive removed. Next step, I'm going for the hard drive. Now, the observant among you will notice my deliberate mistake. I didn't bother taking out the battery. Now, some of these screws have, I don't know if you can see it, it's like a little retaining bit on it. Some of them do fall off, so just be careful when you're doing that. Hard drive, out. The mistake I made was I forgot to take off the battery. I never actually bothered because these things are pretty low voltage. Next step, I'm going for the RAM cards. Now, in your laptops, you can get to the RAM and the hard drive, but you tend to not be able to get to the processor too easily. Whereas that's why I love this one, because it is literally one screw and that's your processor out. Now, these are the important parts. These are your RAM cards. That's why I have this on. So if you don't have that on, you tend to fry them. And this laptop surprisingly has two of them, because I put two in. Next RAM card. Now here we have the wireless card. There's a little cable that connects it on. Just take that off and your wireless card. Next step on this laptop is the processor. That's why I like this one, because it's one screw, one heat sink. I tend to take off corners. One sec, turn them down a bit. I tend to take off corners because otherwise you get a lovely mess. Now this will ooze with heatsink paste because I put a bit too much on last time I had this out. Heatsink with heatsink paste. Air blows through that and kills it bit. Now this one's secured by a screw. I wouldn't suggest taking your processor out unless you really have to. That's it. All the little pins and capacitors I think there on the bottom, and then the wee chip in the top. I'm going to leave it in because there's no need for it to come out. And if you bend one of the pins, then you spend your next 10 hours trying to get the bloody bugger back in. Okay, so as you can see I've removed all of everything in the bottom. Processor's still in, but the heatsink's gone, which ties it to the motherboard. RAM card's gone, wireless card gone, hard drive gone, battery gone. Next step, we want to remove our monitor. So in this laptop, it was pretty simple. There's one screw there, then the bottom, you've got a screw in that bit and one on the other side. So take you out. Now I'm fairly sure these are just tension screws, so you shouldn't actually have to fully remove them. I should probably point out that you're going to want to remove this piece of trim on this particular laptop. Just bend the screen right back, and she just lifts out. In here you have a little wireless connection thing. That needs to come out. I'm not sure if the keyboard needs to come out in this one first. Just take it off for good measure. Now, you don't have to be terribly careful about the screws, what goes where, because they tend to be the same size. If you want to be completely OCD, then go for it. Because I really don't care, just check the time, 4 minutes, yes. So keyboard, just be very careful. And there'll be a little sort of ribbon cable-y thing. How do you come out? I can never remember. That's where I wish I had my black box, because it's got everything I need in it. Now you want to be really careful because these ribbon cables do tear easily. That just pops up. That should be ribbon cable that connects your keyboard. Really thin. So yeah, then in here we have our video connection. How do you come out again? I think you just pop don't you? Come on, prove me right. This is the kind of thing that you have to be really careful with. That's a pull-up one. Just take that off and that's my monitor completely independent now. Now, I can get back to taking it off. So, one screw over this side. Plonk you in there. One screw over this side. These earth straps are very annoying. I normally don't work with one, but I just figured to be a good little boy I should. Okay, that's you off. Now, if I'm right, this whole monitor should just lift off. But it's going to be a pig, so I'm going to have to take out these two back screws. And now the monitor should fall off rather painlessly. There we go. Monitor removed. Now we simply have the base unit with the motherboard in it. Now to get to the motherboard there's a whole load of wee stupidity screws. So just fly through these. Now I have taken this laptop apart a few times, that's why I can do it so quickly. When you're using the newer laptops you want to be careful because they do quite often have a bunch of stupid little snap connectors on them, which do completely piss you off. Because you think you've got everything and then you look under this and it's there. I can't remember if this has screws under the pads. Now you want to be very careful with the screws, you lose them, that's your laptop stuffed. What are we at? 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Making good time. Now using a magnetic screwdriver is very useful here. Just make sure you don't poke it in anything too important. I mean, they're not that magnetic, but better safe than buying yourself a new 600 quid laptop because you get bored and pick it apart. And we are accompanied by Yellow Card, I believe it is, for the tunage. Okay, let's see if you just want to lift off or if you are connected anywhere else. Now, see these pads here? These are a pipe because they tend to hide stupid wee screws. You are not. It's always worth checking if they do, because more often than not in the new laptops they've tried to do them completely screwlessly, and that just totally mucks up everything. I mean, they just pop off and stick back on, and if you do find a screw then kudos. Okay, that looks like everything other than this one pain in the arse. It doesn't want to come out, so I'm just going to leave him now. Ah, here's the problem. There's screws on the other side as well. So just make sure you take out every single screw, then go over it again and make sure you've got every screw out again, then go over it again, and keep going over it until you know that you've got rid of everything. Because otherwise you end up cracking the laptop, and that is not nice. Now that wee thing there, I'm fairly sure it's a little battery. I don't remove it because then it wipes everything, but I think I may have to. Ah, 2 more screws. I mean, if you're just gentle with it, you tend to be able to find what you need. What are we at? Because I'm fairly sure. 9 minutes, okay, come on Ewan, come on, 50 seconds, 50 seconds. Okay. Ah, what's holding you? Fuck it, out you come. Ah, forgotten the bloody keypad. Out, and last but not least, out. Oh, come on, yes, and there's your motherboard. Congratulations, Ewan, 10 minutes to take it apart. I was talking to myself. I would make another thing telling you what it all is, but I really can't be bothered. You're lucky I got this far. So yeah, you can take your laptop apart in 10 minutes. I've had this one apart 4 times. Bye. Or, wait, bye.